Let's take a look at finances and NIL, which stands for name, image, and likeness. To begin with scholarships, you should recall that at the FBS level, all scholarships are full scholarships. At the FCS and D2 levels, they can be full or partials. The NAIA functions with their own rules. They're loosely regulated with money available. When you talk about scholarships for teams, make sure to discuss exactly what is and isn't included. For example, a full scholarship would include aspects such as tuition, housing, food, books, and course fees. Teams are permitted to provide up to the full cost of attendance, which is what the university submits as a total cost of attending, including transportation. As a reminder, just because schools are permitted to provide X amount may not mean it's within their budget. Another aspect to know about is Austin money. As a result of a court case, NCAA schools are allowed to provide up to $5,980 annually for education-related financial awards. Some schools tie this to academic performance, attendance, and maintaining above a 2.5 GPA. This can end up being a significant amount over a career, so it's worth mentioning to schools to determine exactly what they are able to do. You should be aware of all methods available to pay for college. I hope you get a full scholarship to Oregon or wherever you go. If that doesn't happen right away, here are some other aspects to look at. Academic scholarships are more common than you may think. Do your absolute best in the classroom. There are also a multitude of other types of scholarships you can apply to. Check your target school's websites for examples. Grants are awards you do not have to pay back, and most of these are based on your FAFSA, a form your family fills out to determine your eligibility. Loans are similar, but of course do require repayment, unless, of course, the federal government ends up wiping them out. Although they offer limited or no scholarships, many Division II and Division III schools are very good at helping put together a package in order to help you cover costs. If they want you on their team, they will do all they can to help. Now about NIL. As you may be aware, in the summer of 2021, new legislation went into effect that for NIL, for the first time allowed NCAA athletes to profit off their NIL. This opened up opportunities from selling autographs to being on national commercials and endorsing products. It was designed to allow the market to set the value for athletes and them to make money accordingly. In many cases, this happened, but in others, it became pay for play, with boosters fronting large sums of money for minimal marketing return, other than the athlete choosing that school. The first thing to know is that NIL opportunities vary wildly. The huge numbers you see exist in some cases, but are few. Among Division I athletics in 20-21-20-22, the average NIL earnings for athletes in a school was about $3,000 each. That certainly doesn't hurt, but it's not millions, and it's not even as much as the Austin money. NIL philosophies also vary by team. Some have designed a system so each athlete makes a standard amount equal across the team, and then have opportunities to make more beyond that. Others set things up to try and mimic an NFL system, where the most critical players make the most. Again, either of these in most cases is limited to top-tier schools. These are the ones that have these resources. The best starting point for you is your personal brand. Make sure you present yourself and your brand in a way that a company, investor, or business person would want to associate themselves with you. And when you do get NIL opportunities, show up on time and do a good job so you'll get more. Where's it all going? Who knows? The game is changing tremendously. Play the game because you love it, work hard to improve, present yourself in a professional manner, and take steps to gain opportunities.